We've only had the sour diesel out right now, and I mean that just, it's just like a boom is how the sour diesel is to these. It's night and day. Alrighty everybody, what's up? It's Luke with Owls TV. I am excited today for today's episode. We are going to be talking about our golden owls and our platinum owls, and it makes me, I think it probably makes all of you just very happy to see this just sort of coming together nicely. We've got our own little parliament here, a parliament of owls, and each and every one of you are a part of it. And I just want to thank all of you that watch these videos, because really I feel that I connect more with you in the comments, in just like the 205 subscribers that we got, more than our Instagram. Just how YouTube works, I really like it. I like coming up every week with the videos rather than, Instagram is like just photos, and it doesn't really connect in the same way. So thanks to each and every one of you. If this is your first time, we're Owls. We make some of the best Delta 8 products known to man, and we're gonna walk you through the difference between our golden owls and our platinum owls, as it's a question that we are repeatedly getting. So first things first, of course, these look similar. We've got the same reclaimed ocean plastic tubes for both the golden and the platinum owls. They both come with Can Verify. We have a total of 11 flavors right now for the golden owls, and we have 5 flavors available right now for, well, not available, 5 flavors total, 1 available right now. So the difference is clearly, okay, 1 is platinum, 1 is golden, but what does it all mean? Well, the main difference between the two of them is they've got different tips. I'm only joking. So really the main difference here is that one has a big tip, the other one has a smaller one. No, we're joking here. The main difference is that one has botanical terpenes, and that is infused with Delta 8, and the other one has cannabis-derived terpenes. So what does this all mean? Let's get into it. So first things first, what are terpenes? Let's talk about that. So terpenes are the plant flavors. When you squeeze a lemon and you get that lemony smell, that's actually D-limonene. When you smell lavender, right, and you go, oh, that smells really nice, it's almost like smells like purple, as funny as that sounds, but that lavender smell is in fact linalool. So every plant has terpenes, and we can get them artificially, we can get them botanically derived. So think about artificial, more of your bubble gums and your, these crazy sort of candy flavor, cotton candy, and then you've got your botanical terpenes that are all derived from plants. Then we look at cannabis as a whole, and cannabis is one of the most unique plants known to this universe. I mean, cannabis is one of the only plants in the world that can mimic the other smells of other plants. So that's where all these names come from. So when we were talking about like, oh, I have a lemon diesel, that is because when those plants were being made, or not made, but when they were grown, it smelled like lemons, it came out like diesel, and boom, you got lemon diesel. You can smell wedding cake, and I mean, you just get that cakey, I don't know, it's like that foam sort of cake sponge is what you're smelling. When you have your cannabis-derived terpenes, they are 100% how nature, the plant, put them there. And how they interact with our endocannabinoid system, it's like the keys have already been put into place, and They're specifically there for specific tasks, and it works flawlessly. Now, when you come over to the botanical terpene side, we as men, as women, decided to say, well, hey, this extract here, sour diesel, let's say, why don't we just make it ourselves? Because to be honest, I'm living in a different state or a different country. We don't even grow cannabis. Like, let's make these. And we actually like the smells, and we could use them either for flavoring, tinctures either, and we want something that's basically the same. Now, when you look at a terpene profile, you'll see everything is broken down, and there is thousands. I mean, maybe not thousands, that could be a little push here, but there's definitely hundreds of terpenes, of which we can only test for a small amount of them, and a lot of those terpenes come in very small, minute amounts, and we're talking about, like, 0.01%, 0.02%. So when we're talking about these different types of terpenes, and we as humans say, hey, let's formulate this, we can get maybe like 90% of the way there, 95, 96 of the way percent there. I said that wrong. 96% of the way there. But that little last bit, that like the 1%, the 2% of all these, like, could be, 10 or 20, 30 different terpenes that are just in such small percentages, you are never going to get the same exact profile as cannabis-derived terpenes. And so the main thing here is that, why would we just do botanical versus, say, cannabis-derived? And the main reasoning behind that is one, you can get the same product repeatedly, and you can get it in volume. So let's say, for instance, we wanted to have like 10,000 cartridges. We wanted to make sure it's the exact same flavor, the exact same experience every single time. It's always going to be our golden hour, because it's just not feasible to get those volumes of cannabis-derived terpenes. And the other thing is the cost associated with them. Right now, cannabis-derived terpenes are probably anywhere from 10 to 20x of what botanical terpenes cost. And not only that, but there is always going to be that variable between having the plant grow a certain way and the next time it growing a little bit differently. So for instance, when you have one of our sour diesel cartridges, there's only 1,000 of these available, and when they're gone, they're gone. It's never going to be the same flavor again. And ours are also CO2 extracted by CO2, and that really makes sure that there's no heat or anything applied to it, so you're really getting the most amount of flavor possible. And to any of you who have tried these, they will blow you away. Like, you've never tried something that tastes as good as this. And the other thing about these, which we really love, is the cart itself is different. There's not many people who have a quartz coil, and in fact, I just got off the phone with our manufacturer in China, and again, we're just speaking about the quality of the cartridge and how I would think we've had maybe 4 cartridges so far that have been returned for not hitting correctly, right? Or just whatever. And you know what? When you're talking about hundreds of thousands of units, and sometimes, hey, maybe the wiring got messed up in transit, like, I'm literally 4, right? Like, 4 is the total. So the cartridge itself is really specific. And that's really the thing with Owls here, is we are very specific about what we like, and we know quality, right? We know quality. And so our quartz coil is something that allows us to vape at a much lower temperature. And just like I was talking to you about these the cannabis derived terpenes that are all CO2 extracted, these have never even seen heat. So when you put this in on one of our specific Owl's Oil vape pens, you can hit this at like 1.6 volts, and the effect is almost like a cool vapor. And so really it just, everybody who tries these, I should put up some of the messages that we receive back from people. They're blown away, and they are really, really, really unique. And like I said, once they're gone, they're gone. You're never gonna have that flavor again. And so the work that goes in, again, for us to source all of these, make sure they're compliant, and to then have those cartridges etched. Because with all of our cartridges, I'm sure as you know, if it's a platinum owl, it has platinum owl right here, and then on the other side it's got the flavor sour diesel. And then underneath them all, you got your batch number and you got the website, so you can always track exactly what flavor your card is, what the potency is for your cartridge. And it's the same for the golden owls too. Don't get me wrong, we love our golden owls and the flavor is excellent. I mean, I'd love for you to share what your favorite flavors are on the golden owl side. For me personally, it's like, and just so quickly, what do we have in store here for you in case you can't read it? So we got strawberry cough, Girl Scout cookies, pineapple, train wreck, mimosa, Skittles, runts, Northern Lights, wedding cake, and Tropicana cookies. And then up at the front here, we got a sunset. So for me, I think my favorite is probably the Northern Lights, runts, and wedding cake are my top favorites. And I would love to hear from each one of you what you think is best. And then on this, I mean, unfortunately, these are nearly all finished. But again, just getting the terpenes, we've only had the sour diesel out right now. And I mean, that just, it's just like a boom, is how the sour diesel is to these. It's night and day. But overall, I mean, you can't go wrong. These taste, don't get me wrong, these are excellent. But when you're up against the big dog here, I mean, you just don't really stand a chance. It's just like, you're talking about, that's my dog, he's there saying, come on, let me in, I want to be a part of this. Yeah, this is just like night and day. So, spending the extra, it's like, spending the extra is the equivalent of, having that bottle of wine. The bottle of wine has been curated for years, for a lot of time, a lot of love, a lot of care has gone into it. And it's something that your palate is going to love. When that coats your mouth, it is just like, it's like your body's going, thank you. So enjoy the holidays, folks. We're here at the end of a very, very tough year. A very, very tough year. And to each and every one of you who's been following us, who's been joining us, really thank you for the support. I hope that and I know we as a team, and by team I mean us, right? Us. We're all a part of this, we're all growing this together, and there's going to be some new things coming in 2021, and I'm looking forward to sharing with you, but we want you to all be participating more, and we're trying to create the channel so you can do so. So please like and subscribe if you want to keep up to date with it, folks, and if you don't, well, thank you for watching today's video. All the best. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, thanks for watching this week's video. If you like the content and want to see more, please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe to our channel to keep up to date with every new video as they're released. And don't forget to leave a comment if you want to be entered into our weekly giveaway to get some Owls products. Go ahead. Congratulations to this week's winner. Please make sure to reach out to us on Instagram to claim your prize. And if you can't wait that long, click the link in the description below. Thanks again for watching, everybody. See you next week.